If Satan was created perfect and sin did not yet exist, then I want you to answer this carefully. Who taught Satan how to rebel? Because rebellion doesn't come from nowhere. Temptation needs a source. So if there was no evil then how did sin enter heaven itself? Hi, welcome to Present Path TV. On this channel we shine light on God's presence through scriptures and deep practical teaching. The Bible says God created everything good. The Bible didn't say mostly good. The Bible didn't say almost perfect, but everything was created good. Everything God created was created beautiful and good. The Bible says God saw that all that he had made and it was good. And this includes man. This includes angels. This includes Lucifer. Now remember, Lucifer was his angelic name, which means Satan was not created evil. So the greatest lie is not that Satan is evil, but that God created him that way. No, God didn't create him that way. Here is the answer the Bible gives, and it unsettled so many persons. No one tempted Satan. Sin did not come from outside of him. Sin came from inside within him. Listen to what Ezekiel said carefully. In Ezekiel chapter 28 verse 12, the Bible says, "You were the seal of perfection, full of wisdom, perfect in beauty." This is the Bible in Ezekiel describing who Lucifer was. It said, "You were blameless in your ways until iniquity was found in you." Now, I want us to take note of one very word there, emphasis on found. Now, the word found, take note of that word. It was not planted, it was not taught, it was not transferred, but iniquity was found in him. This means sin began as a thought. Lucifer didn't wake up evil. He entertained a thought. Isaiah tells us what that thought is in Isaiah chapter 14 verse 13 to 14. And it says, "I will exalt my throne. I will be like the Most High." And I want us to take note of another keyword there. I will. He has started exalting himself. Pride has started coming in. Now this time around, it was not demon. It was not pressure. It was not suffering. It was just sin by himself, exalting himself. In case you don't know, the first sin is not disobedience, like we thought in the Garden of Eden. The first sin is not murder, like the case of Cain and Abel. It was not lust. The first sin was not lying. The first sin was self-exaltation. Pride did not come from hell. Hell came from pride. Evil began when a created being decided that God is no longer enough. This tells us something dangerous. Angels have will. Will is the ability to make your own choice. So the ability to make choice existed before humanity. It existed before God created man. And love without choice is not love. So when you love, you allow the person to make a choice if they love you or not. God did not create robots. He created man and gave man will, the ability for man to make his own choice. He created beings who could obey and also rebel. And rebellion always begins the same way. You begin to think God is holding you back. That was what Lucifer began to imagine, that God was holding him back. He wanted more. He wanted to be like God. Pride started coming in. In fact, pride came in. But that is the same lie Eve had in the Garden of Eden, that God was holding them back. When the serpent came to her, he said to her, God knows that when you eat this, you will be like him, and your eyes will be open, that you will be like God. The serpent didn't introduce any new idea to Eve. He just recycled Lucifer's thoughts. The same thing Lucifer did. Which means the first sin in heaven and the first sin on earth came from the same robot. And that robot is pride. Here is the frightening part. Satan fell in a perfect environment, which is the earth. No pain, no lack, no trauma. Which means suffering is not required for rebellion. Position does not guarantee humility. Beauty does not protect the heart. This teaching is not a story about Satan. It is a warning to everyone close to God. It is a warning to every Christian out there. It is a warning to everyone listening and watching this video right now. Note that pride does not announce itself. When pride begins to set in, note that it doesn't announce itself. What does it do? It whispers. You begin to tell yourself that you deserve more. Pride is setting in. You begin to tell yourself that you are better than everyone around you. Pride is setting in. You begin to tell yourself that you are above instruction. Nobody can give you instruction anymore. Pride is setting in. And when this happens, just know that you have started falling. You have started falling gradually. And the fall doesn't happen suddenly. It happens internally, long before it begins to show externally. But now, here is the question everyone is asking, and I know you have asked that question one point or time in your life. If God knew Lucifer would fall, if God saw pride riding on him, if God foresaw rebellion, if God knows that he is going to rebel, why did God created him anyway? Why did God went ahead and created a being as Lucifer? Why allow a being who would corrupt heaven and deceive earth? Answer is coming on the next episode. And when you hear it, you will never think about free will, obedience, or delay the same way anymore. If this teaching has blessed you, please like this video, drop a comment on what you have learned from this video. Subscribe to Present Part TV. God bless you and see you on the next episode.